want you to understand something, that there is nothing like a made up mind. There is nothing like it. See, for many of us, we were thrown off our course in life because our mind was polluted with everyone else's ideas of who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to give, how we are supposed to serve, how we are to live our life. We got caught up in just the whole narrative of living someone else's dream and not our dream. And now, a lot of people around you have a problem with you today because no longer can they twist, turn, manipulate, control, and use flying monkeys in your life to get you to stay in a dead situation that God has awakened you to leave. See, many of us have made decisions based on somebody else's thoughts. We've made decisions. We've gotten ourselves into situations based on brokenness. But what happens in a human journey, God will begin to develop us. He will develop us personally, develop us. He will develop us spiritually and physically. And he will begin to pull back the layers of the person that's laying beneath the flesh, that person that is faceless, that person that is formless, that person, yes, that person will begin to show up beyond the programming. See, everything was cool in your life as long as you did what they told you to do. Everything was cool in your life, though, as long as you got somewhere and you sat down and you did what was expected of you. Everything was cool in your life. Even though you didn't have any fulfillment, even though you felt empty, even though you felt trapped, even though you didn't have any type of even though you haven't even lived, but everything was cool in your life, though, because everyone around you benefited while you got nothing. Now it seems to be a problem because you have a made up mind now. Your mind is no longer contaminated with everyone else's ideas of what you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to live. Your mind is no longer controlled by people around you that the enemy put in place to help develop you. Your mind is no longer controlled by those around you because you have awakened to who you were created to be, and you're standing in your power in the things of God, and you trust him with every particle. Come on, somebody. Oh, that was a good one. You trust him with every particle of your life. Come on today. Because if you really understood who you are, you understand that there are trillions of cells that make up one form of a human. Come on. And you trust him with every particle of your entire being. And so because you trust him, people got a problem with your trust in God now, because they can no longer manipulate. They can no longer control. They can no longer push their thoughts out on you and make you live the way they want you to. Because I want you to understand that God is raising up a whole nation of people that are divinely connected to the things of God. God has begun to pull people out of families, pull people out of relationships, pull people out of organizations, pull people out of certain religions to get them closer to him. Because at the end of the day, God is not concerned about your physical frame. He is concerned about your spiritualness, your spiritual frame, which is formless. He is concerned about the inner parts of human beings, and he has began to awaken you. He has began to give you courage when you used to be afraid. He has began to give you clarity when you used to be confused. He's began to give you joy when all you ever felt was sadness. He's began to give you peace when all you had was chaos. He has began to give you riches when all you knew was poverty. And he has began to open doors that will have always been shut in your life. And because your mind is made up, and because you're doing what God has called you to do, people got a problem with you. Because I want you to understand something. It was the goal of the devil for you to always be conflicted inside of your soul. It was always his goal for you to always be confused in your mind. Because we know that God don't give us the thoughts or any type of confusion, but clarity and a sound mind. It's something that began to happen inside of your spirit, though. When God set you down for a very long time and caused you to go inward and fast and pray and just cry out to him, he opened your eyes to who you are. He told you where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. And now you've got a decision to make that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. But you have to trust God with all of the pieces to the puzzle that you don't understand. And you have to walk in what he has called you to do. Because I want to tell you something, baby, that those around you got a problem with you because you chose to think on your own, and they can no longer manipulate and control you. And until the next video, guys, peace, because I still be believing in you. Bye now.